we think it's minimal or not. Why? What? Is my gut hanging out?
I'm just looking at you. Sorry, I just got taken out of it. Just with your wig and your crown while you're giving advice. It's just funny.
I cannot wait for this episode to be over.
And welcome back to Give It To Me Straight. I'm Ursula.
And I am
Daddy Triton.
I hate that. I hate Daddy.
You are. You're Zaddy Triton.
I'm just John dressed as a mermaid like Hulk Hogan.
Merman. Do I have lipstick on my Invisalign?
No.
Okay, that's good.
No.
But yeah, we timed our podcast tire poorly because we always record a week in advance. And so we forgot to dress up knowing that last week's episode was going to come out on
carve
Halloween.
our own path,
so we're a little bit late. It's Halloween weekend now. By the time this episode comes out, maybe some of you guys have seen our live show. Hopefully it was good.
We're batched so ahead. This is going to confuse everyone. Yeah,
Not really. It's just a week.
Ahead.
It's just a week in advance.
Right.
But anyways, how was your week? What's going on?
A lot. We're just getting ready for the live show, and I just we're moving. We have so much stuff going on right now.
Our house is finally done.
No, it's not done.
Well,
We're still moving into it.
Okay, but this is the week. We're out of this rental in literally a few days, which is why we have to record early. Stop doing that. You guys, if you're only listening, you're really missing out.
I'm not going to suck in this whole episode. I'm going to tell you that right now.
What are you going to do? Put a shirt on? Nobody cares.
I wish I had a blanket. Or just shoot me tits up. You know what I'm saying?
You're fine. I don't think Daddy Triton would care.
Zaddy.
He's the king of the sea.
Whatever. I don't even remember the last time I saw.
Do you like my necklace?
Little Mermaid. Yeah, it's nice.
This has Ariel's voice in it.
Is it like a conch shell?
Sing with me, John.
Play it.
John did not.
Why'd you play it?
No, it's just a light. There's not actually. Oh. It's from the movie.
Oh, I thought the song was in it. I'm like, why are you singing?
You thought that I was singing with Ariel's voice. Yes, that was. No, John, this isn't an actual. It's a necklace I bought off Amazon. I glued a light to it.
I feel bad for women with long hair. I hate this. My head, I'm so hot right now.
You get used to it.
Just hair on my neck.
You don't even notice it. Just I'm sure you don't notice your dick and balls.
Oh, I don't notice.
Oh, you do.
Oh, I always notice.
Because they're so big.
I want to make sure I don't roll over them in the chair. You gotta be careful.
Right. Well, today you just have a tail. You're supposed to just have a tail.
What?
A front tail. Because you're a merman.
What are you talking about?
They
don't have nuts?
I don't think mermaids have nuts.
Why would they not have nuts?
Where have you seen nuts on Daddy Triton?
Wait, so you're saying he has a penis, but he doesn't have testicles?
No. I'm saying I don't know where his genitals are at all.
I don't know how he procreates then, but
I don't know either.
Anyways, if you all could tell, I hate this. I hate Halloween. I just cannot wait to get past it.
Does any
Halloween's
guy
so stupid.
like Halloween? I'm sure there are. Why you just complain every year? And you know what? Every year we've always had to work weddings on Halloween weekend, so we've never dressed up because we've always been working. But this year we get to dress up.
Great. I'm so pumped. You know what? I'm just glad you're happy. That's what my life's about. Making sure Alex is happy.
Well, you wouldn't go to horror nights with me.
No, that's where I put my foot down.
Why?
Why would I pay to get the shit scared out of me? What's the point of that?
Adrenaline, entertainment.
I can get adrenaline other ways than going to haunted night.
What's your favorite way to what's your favorite way for an adrenaline rush?
Paintball.
When was the last time you played paintball?
It's been a while. I love paintball though. Nothing like looking down the side of a barrel.
10 years ago.
Yeah, something like that.
You're gonna break that staff. Stop stabbing.
All right, what else is going on? Anything else in your week? Cool.
Nope.
Nothing.
I'm just excited to move. I just feel like that's what our focus has been on. It's been wrapping up that, getting stuff ready for the live show, just brand deals that we have, content. But otherwise, that's it. Nothing really crazy. It's all crazy. So, when there's so much going on, you just forget it all. That's kind of how I feel right now. I'm there's a lot to do. So I'm going to do none of it except dress up. This is what I want to spend my time doing.
You're I'm just going to block out all the shit we have to do. And I'm going to just dress up and be happy.
Yeah, because we're also traveling soon too for your sister's wedding.
I know.
That's coming up. The holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving. You got to stop doing that. Just put it down. Like now you're gonna scratch the wall. Give me your Triton. Give me your
I'm good.
staff.
All right, nope.
Is that called a Triton or are you Triton? I'm guessing that that's just a staff, not a trident.
Sure. I have no idea.
Triton.
Triton.
I'm like, Trident is gum. So we have the holidays coming up. We also have daylight savings coming up.
Now, are we gaining an hour or losing an hour?
It's fall back. So we gain an hour of sleep, but it gets darker earlier, which I hate.
That.
Yeah.
I hate that.
So it messes with our sleep schedule either way.
That's like the last thing I need to, because I'm like, I have horrible sleep. My pattern of sleeping. I'm a light sleeper. Alex snores. Kobe snores. I have to wake up to pee in the middle of the night.
John is just jealous that I could sleep wherever.
I am.
I could fall asleep in 5 minutes.
So quick. You're like immediately asleep. But that's...
Don't be a hater.
Why I take Unisom.
Yeah, we did partner with Unisom. Unisom sleep gels. They are the #1 doctor recommended over-the-counter sleep aid. And that's helped you.
Right.
Thankfully.
Honestly, we never really promote anything that we wouldn't use. And to be honest, I actually have used it and I've slept through the night. My biggest thing is honestly not waking up to pee, because that always fucks you up when you're like waking up and you're like, oh, I have to go. And then like,
I always
reset.
try to like stay asleep while I'm peeing.
I don't want to train myself that way, because then I'm like, what
You
if
know what
I...
I mean? No, me,
I don't
like,
want to be in
I
bed
get out
and
of bed
pee.
and I'm like, let me just like try to keep my eyes closed.
There's like a meme. It's Yoda and he's like trying to like pretend like he's
stay in REM while you're going to the bathroom. Yeah. So this daylight savings, if you guys need help getting to sleep, getting some good rest, try out Unisom sleep gels
today.
And this episode is sponsored by Daily Harvest. Indulging during the holidays is practically a seasonal sport, and I'm the last person to shy away from something scrumptious. But then there are those post-celebration nights when I crave a wholesome, real dinner. That's where Daily Harvest swoops in and gives me the best of both worlds. Our top picks, the herb squash and asparagus risotto, the tomato and zucchini minestrone soup, and trust me, we're pasta fanatics over here. The bolognese is a game changer. Experience the best of both worlds with Daily Harvest. Visit dailyharvest.com/straight and score up to $65 off your first box. That's dailyharvest.com/straight for this incredible offer. dailyharvest.com/straight. Your ticket to delicious, nutritious eats.
And this podcast is also sponsored by Manscaped. Today's episode is proudly sponsored by Manscaped, the brand that's literally taken your man's grooming to space, and now they're launching it even further into the ultrasphere. Say hello to the Manscaped Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. That's right, the 5.0, with a sleek new design and cutting-edge skin-safe blade heads. It's like a spaceship for your guy's grooming routine. Join the 9 million men worldwide who trusted Manscaped by getting the brand new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra at manscaped.com. Use code STRAIGHT for an exclusive 20% off and free shipping. High tech for those hard to reach places, it's Manscaped. 20% off free shipping with code STRAIGHT at manscaped.com. Don't let his boys down. Go ultra with Manscaped today.
And this episode is also sponsored by EveryPlate. Trying to be a savvy spender this holiday season? Well, here's your secret weapon. America's best value meal kit, EveryPlate. It's a wallet-friendly wonder, 25% cheaper than your average grocery store run, and 0 hidden fees. That means more room in your cart for those holiday feasts. And with pre-portioned ingredients, you pay for exactly what you need. And hey, steak lovers, here's the kicker. $1 steak for life. Add a juicy 10-ounce ranch steak to your weekly order for just a single buck. That's what I call a real stakeout. I used to doubt meal kits, but trust me, you get the same lip-smacking goodness at a fraction of the price. We save so much cash and time, we're even planning a little getaway with the extra dough. Hey yo, ready for the deal of the season? Get a meal for just $1.49 plus those dollar steaks. Head to everyplate.com/podcast and use code 49give. Yep, that's everyplate.com/podcast with code 49give. Say hello to savings and scrumptious meals with EveryPlate. Let's jump into questions, shall we? Shall we?
We shall.
So the one question that we asked you guys on Instagram this week, here we go. I have a friend who was married, had 2 kids during that marriage, and then they got divorced. She lied to her ex and said they were both his children, but she actually had 2 affairs, and the children are a result of those affairs. 2 kids with 2 different fathers. The ex-husband eventually found out, but the children, now 16 and 19, don't know. Should she tell them who their fathers are?
What a double whammy.
They're going to find out eventually. So also, it's your friend. So she's going to do what she wants to do. Are you asking for advice for your friend? Either way, they're going to find out with or without her telling.
So both kids are from an affair from two different dads.
Unless they're from this.
No, I think you read it.
Yeah, two different fathers. Yeah. So they're just half siblings. I mean, again, and that's fine that they're half siblings, but if they know that information, imagine finding that out later on. Like,
what's the percentage of kids who, whether they're adopted or whatever, like they all want to know who their biological parents are.
For health purposes, it's so important to know where you came from, just for medical reasons, like family history.
True.
You know that, Dr. John.
I'm not a doctor. I'm Zaddy.
Stop
Zaddy
pushing
tried
on that. Just hold it normal.
Yeah. Anyway, so my 2 cents is I would just tell them because they're gonna find out. There's no way they're not gonna find out.
Exactly. Honesty is the best policy.
All right, I'm gonna read some of these.
Let's see what you guys said.
Like, how the fuck am I supposed to hold this thing?
You don't have to hold it. You could put it down.
All right. All 4 adults need to be on the same page before telling the kids.
Oh, that's what I wonder too. Do the other dads know?
That's true.
Who knows?
But you know what? On the same page, but also like, you're the parent of this kid. If they want to know, then they should be able to know. Like, you know, the kids. Like, you being like, I don't want them to know who I am. Like, too fucking bad, dude. You planted the seed, homie.
Right.
Take responsibility for being a cheater and accept your consequences. Tell them.
Yeah. Agreed.
You're
just throwing these favors onto Kobe's head.
Just give them an ancestry DNA kit and wait. Didn't like a bunch of people's private information get leaked from, is it 23andMe or something like that?
You put your information anywhere. It's never safe.
I never did that, but I did get scammed by someone working for Spectrum or not working for Spectrum.
Right, yeah.
I also got a call from like another credit card company, and they're like, "Did you try pulling out a line of credit?"
I guarantee you, like your number's just out there, and they're like, "This guy's an easy target," and they have your number.
They're like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Oh, my name is Bob."
Remember also that time that we accidentally posted your number on the internet? We made a video.
It's not you.
I know, but like you didn't notice either. We posted a TikTok with Kobe's collar on it, and John's number was direct dead center on Kobe's collar. We've probably done that more.
I'm an open target. Just take all my money. When by mine, I mean ours. Absolutely not, unless one of their fathers is actually better than her ex.
So that person says, "Don't say anything."
I guess that's an interesting outlook. Like if they're pieces of shit, like why tell them? They're still gonna find out though. There's no way. That's
my point. It's like still you could let them know. It doesn't mean that it's up to them if they want to have a relationship.
Hold on, I'm gonna read one more. Which one do I want to read? She needs to let her kids know. It'll teach them that honesty can be hard, but it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a good lesson.
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
And in this case,
everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody gets that way. Yeah.
In this case, she's made multiple mistakes, so she ain't learning.
Her kids aren't mistakes.
No, the mistake is, having an affair twice.
Right.
Shame, shame. Shame, 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 shame.
Let's move on. I can't. I'm literally waiting for that to snap. You're just putting all your weight on it. It's not a cane, John.
I'm like, again, this fucking chair. Oh, this is our last podcast here in the basement.
Did you just gather that? Yes. That's why.
Have you talked about it?
Well, I said we were moving.
No, you didn't.
I said we were moving, and you're like, our house isn't ready. But I'm like, we're not going to be here anymore.
No longer in these fucking chairs.
I said that we're not going to be here, not these chairs. Give me this.
I'm sorry. I should actually listen more because we did get a bad review and somebody saying about me not paying attention. I'm sorry, Alex. I'll pay attention.
The amount of times I have to repeat myself or stories or every time. But you get the most fucking love on the internet. I get all the goddamn hate. Give me your fucking staff.
Now
you feel naked. Next question. My partner wants me to talk dirty more often in bed, but I feel so awkward and cringy. Tips on how to talk dirty without sounding like a porno parody.
We're the wrong people.
We can't even.
I would love to talk dirty.
Fuck seriously.
No, we still laugh. Every time we have sex, we still laugh. Maybe we're doing something wrong.
I don't know. I don't think so. I just don't know how to even putting on lingerie. Like, how does one do it with a straight face? Truly.
I'm like, what are you doing?
I think because we just fuck with each other so much. But
neither one of us is safe.
Once we're grooving, we're in a groove, but talking dirty, it would immediately take me out of it.
No, I need to focus.
Give me that big staff, Daddy Triton. Here you go.
Thanks.
Take it back.
Thanks, Ursula.
Next question.
Queen Ursula.
Yeah, I'm the sea witch, okay?
We didn't really give her advice. We can't give advice there because we're
the worst people.
Worst.
No. Give me your best.
Unfortunately for you, though, he wants you to talk dirty, or she wants you to talk dirty. So you're gonna have to, I guess, pull out
Don't
some
do
of the...
something that you're not comfortable with. Like if you feel awkward and cringy doing it, then don't do it. Just say, that's not me. Like I'm not gonna, if someone was like, talk dirty to me, I'd be like, ooh, like don't force me to do that.
Ooh,
like,
that's right.
What movie is it in?
That's right.
Trainwreck, where she's like, talk dirty to me. And then John Cena's like, there's no I in team, but there's an I in win.
No, when John Cena's
like,
at top of her, he goes, what does he say? It's like,
you look like a dude.
Your ass looks good in those jeans. You look like a dude.
So cringe. But exactly, if it doesn't feel right to you, don't force it. You have your shirt off and you're still sweating.
I'm drinking coffee.
Next question. I broke up with my girlfriend and ended up getting into a new relationship soon after. I feel like I found the girl I want to spend the rest of my life with and marry. The only issue is I feel guilty. My last relationship ended because I didn't feel like I ever wanted to get married. Should I feel guilty?
Why? Because you found someone else that you want to be with? I don't know. Fucking be with that person. Should we be giving any advice today? I'm wearing a fucking wig. Like, I can't even take myself seriously right now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think you should feel guilty. Maybe you felt like you didn't want to ever get married because you didn't think that you were with the right person. People change. You grow. You change. You want different things in life. Like all this time we're like, do we want a kid? Do we not? Like, who knows? We might, one day we might. I don't know. Like we're ever evolving and that's the beauty of life. So you don't have to stick to the same person that you were when you were you in the past. Next
you live one
question.
life. YOLO.
Sure. Okay.
When was the last time you heard that? You only live once.
We got it, John.
Oh, okay.
What did you like think that I was just being silent because I didn't understand? I'm like, I don't get it. No. Next question. What is proper etiquette when it comes to flatulence?
Flatulence.
Farting. Yeah, farting. I'm talking farts that sneak out amongst company. What is your response to passing gas around friends, family, and in-laws, and your personal trainer? Okay, you caught me. I farted while working out with my personal trainer. It was an audible fart with a mild fragrance. I denied the existence of the fart by acting like it did not happen. I just kept doing the exercise. What should I do in the future?
I just realized what my ick is for today, but I'll talk about it at the end. I think...
Does it have to do with my farts, John?
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
I just think there's a time and a place, you know?
I just think if it's audible, you have to own up to it. Even when it's smelly, you have to own up to it.
It's not good for you to hold your farts in. It's not. Again, be polite. Don't be fucking rude. If you're in one room with a bunch of people farting, like they have nowhere to go. That's not cool.
If it was an accident, I just like to get ahead of it. Like if someone hears it, I'm like, that was me. And then again, if someone's like, it smells too far, I'd be like, that was me. Like you just got to own up to your farts.
I honestly can't talk about this question right now because I need to talk about it in my ick. And then we'll go into it. So like whoever's question this is, just wait till the end.
No, get it off your chest. Let's talk about it.
I'm going to wait.
All right. Next question. Me and my boyfriend have been dating for a while. We've moved in together and made plans for marriage. The beginning started rough due to lies on his end, but then became much better over time. Years later, after trying for a child in marriage talk, I found his OnlyFans where he was sending dick pics and talking to the same girl for months, not only about role playing, but things in his day-to-day life. They've basically become pen pals who send nudes. He doesn't consider this cheating and calls me crazy. Am I crazy for considering this cheating?
Is he sharing the money with you?
He's not on. Oh wait, yeah, he is on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Wow, John, yeah, good for you for listening.
Maybe he's like trying to save money up for like down payment on a house for you guys or something. You know,
I'm
devil's advocate
that this is your response. I'm actually shocked.
What's your response? I want you to look like the good guy for once.
If you've been dating and he didn't tell you that he was on OnlyFans posting, whether he's making money or not, he's still having conversations and emotional connections with other people on the internet and making money doing it. Like if I found out you had an OnlyFans and you were saying, you don't even send me dick pics.
No one's getting a dick pic.
So if I found out you were sending them to other women and that you had now relationships with, I would consider that cheating.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, thank you. Next question. So no, you're not crazy. we're just going through these. But it's because we're not giving any good advice. Like the only thing is you're not crazy.
It's fucking obvious. Yeah, he fucking lied to you. If you knew nothing about this, Obviously, he's a terrible person. Like, and he's talking to one chick this whole time. What advice do you need? Should you stay with him or should you fucking leave him? What do you think? What do you fucking think you're supposed? What should you do? I don't know.
This sea witch says, "Fuck that dude. Leave his ass. Dump his ass." Next.
He's looking for attention. He's looking for attention from other people, and he's getting some fucking money on the side.
At least, yeah, like maybe do what John said. Ask him to share. Next question. My boyfriend's parents still have photos of him, his ex, and their kid hanging around their house. They haven't been together in over 4 years. I'm guessing they keep the photos up because their grandkid is over their house almost daily, and the kid is young, so it's a way to show the grandkid his parents are happy with each other. But it makes me feel extremely uncomfortable when I'm there, and I can't help but think that they are hoping that they will possibly get back together. I would like to tell my boyfriend how I feel, but I know this won't go over well because he's told me that telling him what to do about his ex or his kid is a trigger. Am I out of line for wanting the pictures to come down, or should I tell my boyfriend how I feel?
You definitely need to tell him how you feel. Also, talk to his fucking parents about it too.
I don't know. I think that you're overreacting about this. Like this, your ex or your boyfriend had a relationship with his ex. He has a kid with his ex. Like that's their grandkid's mom. I don't think that they're hoping that they get together. It's just old family photos. Like you can't just erase history. Like, and if you really have a problem with it, pay for a photo shoot for him and his son to get photos just taken together. You know, like some people just don't get around to changing out photos. I get it's been 4 years, but I go to my mom's house or my grandma's house. I'm like, damn, these photos of me still in high school, update them.
Yeah, like you said, do another photo shoot and put yourself in it, and then just start hanging yourself up in the house, like
or
secretly.
Give them as gifts. Like for Christmas, we do that. Like I'm like, here's a gift of a photo of
that will tell you where how they feel about you if they don't put it up.
But I wouldn't take it to heart. Again, they have a history. If he didn't have a kid with his ex and they had family photos of him and his ex around, yeah, I'd be like, that's fucking weird. But they have a family. So she's still involved. I'm sure they co-parent together. I don't think it's as weird as you might think.
I'm thinking about it. Meme, my grandmother, she had like the pictures up with like me and my girlfriends, and she put a piece of paper over them.
She did when you broke up?
She kept the photo up, but put a piece of paper over
It's
them.
a lot of effort to change photos out. Like, how often do you even print photos these days?
Right.
You know? That's why I'm saying, like, I don't think it's a personal attack or I think it's probably just they've been there and they just haven't changed them.
Well, I think the big concern is your boyfriend being like, oh, that's a fucking trigger for me. Be like, too fucking bad. You're in the relationship with him now. Like, if you have a concern, you need to address it.
100%.
And you guys need to kind of figure out how to navigate that because it's just going to get worse. Like we say all the time, everyone's threshold for like what bothers them is different. And whether it's, we think it's minimal or not. Why, what? Is my gut hanging out?
I'm just looking at you. Sorry. I just like got taken out of it just with your wig and your crown while you're giving advice. It's just funny.
I like cannot wait for this episode to be over.
We have to go out like this.
I'm not going out.
We have to.
No,
John,
it's too cold.
The world deserves to see you.
We have to pack.
No, we could do that tomorrow. Next question. Am I the asshole because I didn't attend my best friend's wedding at 9 months pregnant while tending to my toddler and trying to move? My best friend started dating a guy last summer and they got engaged at Christmas. While planning the wedding, I was chosen to be the matron of honor alongside a maid of honor and several bridesmaids. I helped organize the engagement party, attend the bridal shower, dress fittings, arrange cake tastings, and somewhat secret elopement, all while wildly uncomfortable. This would be her second marriage, and I wasn't too thrilled about how fast their relationship moved, but she's a grown woman. Over the months prior to the wedding, she expressed to me a couple of times that she didn't feel I was being supportive or helpful in my role as matron of honor. She even offered to relieve me of the role. I felt hurt that she thought this, even though I was being helpful during the entire process, and she didn't even consider my situation of being super pregnant. Her wedding date was so close to my due date that I decided not to go. She knew my due date before she was even engaged. We decided to end our friendship shortly after. Am I the asshole?
I mean, ending your friendship over something like that, come on, what are you, fucking children? I wouldn't go that far. I think she needs to understand that you're 9 months pregnant. I mean, you're 9 months pregnant. You're about to pop that thing out at any moment.
I think it's just a lack of communication here. Like or self-awareness. Weddings are a hectic time. And maybe she's thinking like, she was there for you during this time, like 100%, but your priorities have changed. Like you're now further along in your life. You know, I think some people like harbor resentment when they're like, well, I gave you treatment and I'm not getting, like when you were getting married and you're not giving me the same energy that I gave you.
Was she fucking pregnant when she was getting married?
But that's my point. So I think it's more of a lack of communication here in just saying like,
well,
I can't.
I will say this though. I will say this because she's saying all the things that she's done for the bride, right? But then her bride was giving her an out. So she must have not been doing everything she's saying.
There's two sides to every story, but I'm just going to go based off of this.
If she gave you the out, there's obviously where she's feeling like maybe you're not contributing enough or whatever. Like maybe you should have had the conversation then and pulled out. Because if you were going to be 9 months pregnant during that time, like your health comes first. You should have gave it relieve some of the fucking.
True, but also like she's saying that her friend planned, like she knew when her best friends, because they were best friends. This was her matron of honor. Best friend's due date was like, I'm trying to think if I got engaged and I knew my best friend's due date, I would not schedule my wedding.
You guys are your best friend, and then you stop being friends because of. I don't think you guys were best friends.
Stressful time. I think it's a lot to throw away over something that just sounds like a lack of communication or some misunderstanding.
Timing, yeah.
Like you guys were both going through big life changes and it's hard.
She's stressed. You're stressed. I think you still have the opportunity to have that conversation too.
I can't even say that like,
tough time.
Are you the asshole? Like you probably were both assholes. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're probably both a little bit self-serving there and you could have done things differently. I don't think you're all to blame. She's all to blame. I just think that you guys have to communicate. There's no reason to not be friends over something that like, this is just a season of your life that was very stressful.
That's our main advice
for both of you.
Talk. You guys.
Yeah, talk
well, I would just wait till after the wedding. I'm assuming the wedding.
Nothing that is unforgivable that happened here. So best of luck.
Today's episode is proudly brought to you by Manscaped. Remember the brand that sent your man's grooming into space? Well, they're taking it even further into the ultrasphere. Say hello to the Manscaped Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. And yes, it's the 5.0. This isn't just a trimmer. It's like a spaceship for his grooming game. With this cutting-edge design and next-gen skin-safe blade heads, it's a game changer for those intimate shaves. But that's not all. It's not even just high-tech for low places. The trimmer comes with 3 length-setting combs for all his preferred styles. And here's the kicker. It's waterproof. Perfect for when he's on the move.
And mermaids.
It even has a travel case and a travel lock feature, so no embarrassing airport moments. So let's get real here, ladies. This is a cutting edge of pubic grooming. Upgrade his trimmer, and you might just upgrade his life too. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code STRAIGHT at manscaped.com. That's right, 20% off and free shipping with the code STRAIGHT at manscaped.com. His boys have been through enough. It's time to go ultra with Manscaped.
And as a reminder, this podcast is also sponsored by Daily Harvest. You know, this time of year, not indulging feels like a crime. And honestly, I'm not one to pass up on something delicious. But then there are those nights after all the holiday fun when I crave a nourishing dinner made with real ingredients. That's where Daily Harvest comes in, giving me the best of both worlds. My absolute favorites are the herb squash and the asparagus risotto, and the tomato and zucchini minestrone soup. We're big pasta fans too, and the bolognese is a hit in our household. Daily Harvest keeps my freezer and my tummy satisfied, delivering these fruit and veggie packed meals right to my doorstep. With the holiday chaos, there's barely any time between feasts and parties, but Daily Harvest offers easy to prep options for all the times of the day. Smoothies, harvest bowls, and soups make life simpler. No more thinking about what to cook, and I can skip the tedious shopping, chopping, and post-cooking cleanup. So if you want the best of both worlds like I do, check out Daily Harvest. Go to dailyharvest.com/straight and enjoy up to $65 off your first box. That's dailyharvest.com/straight for your discount. dailyharvest.com/straight. Your delicious, nutritious meals are just a click away.
And this podcast is also sponsored by Every Plate. Trying to be a budget-savvy foodie this holiday season? Well, get ready to stretch your dollar and savor some delectable dishes with America's best value meal kit, Every Plate. Picture this. Every plate is 25% cheaper than your usual grocery run. And guess what? No sneaky fees. That means more room in your cart for those lip-smacking holiday feasts. With pre-portioned ingredients, you're only paying for what you need. I was initially skeptical about meal kits, but trust me, you could savor the same scrumptiousness for way less. We save so much time and money, we're even dreaming of a holiday getaway with those savings. Swap out that takeout for every plate and watch your savings grow. Their meals are 50% cheaper than your run-of-the-mill fast casual grub. It's a budget-friendly way to dine. And hey, how about a holiday get-together? Every Plate's got you covered with family-style hearty recipes featuring a protein-packed main dish and not one, but two mouth-watering sides, because you know the more, the merrier. With the holiday chaos in full swing, trust Every Plate to make mealtime a breeze without compromising quality. Ready for this deal? Get a meal for just $1.49 plus those $1 steaks. Head to everyplate.com/podcast and enter 49give. Yes, you heard that right. It's everyplate.com/podcast with code 49give. Grab a plateful of delicious savings and make this holiday season extra special with Every Plate.
Next question. I, 26 female, dated a guy all throughout college and was head over heels in love. I met his parents, we got engaged 5 years later, and it was all sunshine and rainbows until he tragically had a seizure and passed away just weeks before our wedding. During that time, me and his mom got incredibly close and formed a very special bond with each other. She even lived with me for a little while so that we could help each other grieve. She's awesome and has supported me even when my own family hasn't. A year after my fiance passed away, I met another guy who is now my boyfriend of 2 years. Recently, my late fiance's mom passed away, leaving me with her prized possessions, including her jewelry and a few of their vacation homes that I cherish dearly. Ever since her passing, my boyfriend has been acting weird and different. A few days ago, we went out for dinner and he told me that he wanted me to do something for him/our future. When I asked him what it was, he said he wanted me to sell my ex-fiance's mom's house that I inherited because he wanted us to use the money for our new home. Keep in mind, we decided to split the payment of the house 70-30, as I currently earn more than him and have no issue paying more. I told him I wanted to keep the house as it is almost in perfect condition and because it is so close to both of our parents' houses. I suggested that we should not buy a new house and just actually live in it. He said he didn't want to live in my ex's house and that I'm being cheap and short-sighted by not seeing the bigger picture. I told him that I am absolutely not selling the house, but could help pay for the whole house. But he said he wants to contribute towards a house that is his also. What should I do? Keep the guy or the house?
He said she's being cheap. Come on, dude. I don't think those words should come out of your mouth. Sit down. If I want to look at this guy's side, this is like one of the other questions we had. I just feel like people hold on to like this idea of like the guy wanted the girl to get rid of her dog that she had with her ex.
Right.
Whatever. You know, it's just like, it's always something like, I want you to cut off everything in your past. And like, that's just not okay to do that.
I get feeling weird maybe about living in a home or starting your future. But like, who is he competing with? Like, your ex has passed, his ex-mom has passed. Like, I could see maybe if they were still around, weird feelings about living in their house or maybe just in general. But this is like one of those situations where it's not as black and white. Like, you're financially set up here. This doesn't mean long term you have to live in this for your forever home. I think here there just has to be a little bit of compromise from him, but also from you, like to just be like, I'm absolutely never selling the house. Like maybe say down the road, like just be like, we're not in a position right now. Like this is a really nice gift that we have.
I'm more in my head thinking like, can you imagine if you were the family members on like her ex-fiance's side, like them being like, sorry, you gave the homes to who?
Right.
What about all of us?
Maybe they didn't have anyone else and they were really close, you know, like she had a really good relationship with her.
I want to know. I would lose my fucking mind. If I was the family, I'm like, I'm sorry, you gave her how many homes?
That's like me dying and my parents giving just you everything, but like not my siblings.
I'm your husband. First off.
Well, they were engaged.
They were married.
I mean, whatever. She got the house. It was very generous. And again, I'm sorry for your loss. That's like, you also went through a lot of tragedy. That's a lot to grieve.
Right.
What, John?
No,
Why
you're right.
rolling your
Like,
eyes?
I get it. It was your love. You were going to get married. I'm still like, wow, that was a very generous gift. Yeah, again, I don't know. I think he's being a little dramatic, but also like you said, her being like absolutely not. It's just like when we said this last episode, when you're so like hard pressed on something, you're not willing to negotiate or have a conversation. That's what makes arguments in a relationship very tough. You have to kind of meet halfway
and work as a team together.
Yeah.
Exactly. Especially if you see a future with this person. If like there's other things and you're like, I don't, you know, he's bothering me.
If it's not him, it's going to be someone else. You're going to always have some sort of debate, discussion, argument with anyone in your relationship. And it's just like you have to learn to compromise.
Right.
Both parties.
Right.
Time out. If we're talking financially, though, what's financially smart?
Rewind.
Yeah.
Skirt.
Financially, like he needs to also look at that because
that's my point. Like, also, you're earning more of the money. Like, it
put your pride aside a little bit, buddy, because this looks like a great financial situation.
But that's why I'm saying, like, the compromise could be that it's not going to be your forever home, but like you have it right now. Like, let's just get through this season. Like, you guys just have to communicate about it.
Sit down, communicate. Look at all the angles, man.
But I don't think that either of you should be so. What's the word that I'm looking for? So
like one-sided.
So
direct.
So hard in your stance. That's
right.
not the word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Best of luck. Next question. My friends and I are in our late 20s and early 30s. I'm the only single girl left in my friend group, and it's hard because I'm still in the dating phase of my life, but they are extremely skeptical of anyone I date or bring around, so I've stopped inviting anyone I'm interested in when I hang out with my friends. This has created an environment where I sort of end up hanging out with all of them versus meeting new people. We are all busy with our careers, so I know we cannot hang out all the time, but I feel like all of my friendships have become one-sided. I know they love me, but I'm constantly overlooked or forgotten about for plans. I try not to be bothered by it and usually take the initiative to make plans in order to hang out, but it's gotten to the point where I don't even remember the last time anyone has called to check up on me or thought to include me in any of their plans. When I make plans, they usually agree to hang out, but I'm tired of always being the one to initiate. I don't need to be invited to everything, but it does hurt when I see that all of my friends consistently make plans without me, especially when they know I'd like to join. These are things that I've verbalized before. I sometimes thought maybe it was because I'm single that I didn't get invited, because maybe me being the odd man out makes them uncomfortable. I do feel like they care about me since we've been friends for over a decade, but I don't know if I should bring this up without sounding like I have FOMO. I'm just exhausted from having to maintain friendships, putting in all the work to make plans. How should I bring this up in a way that validates my feelings, but is also productive so they don't get upset? Or should I ignore and refocus my energy somewhere else?
It's tough when it's one-sided. I feel like the older you get, like I'm the one who reaches out to my friends. Like that's me. And I don't ever, from some I do, but not everyone like receiving that back. Like if I don't make that effort, but I'm not going to put all my mental like energy into it because it would be upsetting. Be like, fuck, like I'm the only one doing this. But you've already expressed that. So that's kind of like shitty that they're brushing you off. I don't think it's with you being single unless unless you've been bringing people around that they're like, you know, something's wrong with each person you bring around. I don't know. And that part, I would say, if you decide to start dating someone, just hang out with them for a while first.
Right.
Like, don't start dating someone immediately and then bring them around. Like, you all just feel each other out. Do your own thing for a while.
But also don't isolate yourself to just that friend group then, because it sounds like you're not meeting new people or dating because like when you do hang out with people, it's just this friend group, but you're the only one making those plans with them anyway. So maybe focus your energy on meeting new people, doing other things, like finding other single friends. Because I know it's hard when you're the only single person in a friend group and you just get into this groove of comfortability. And it's, you know, people in relationships aren't doing what single people are doing. Like single people are going out at night, they're meeting new people, they're doing more adventurous things. Whereas some couples are just like more homey, you know, they're not really doing all the things that you should be doing. So I wouldn't hold yourself back. I would sign up for some extracurriculars or whatever it is. Just get out there, put yourself out there.
Yeah, but it's upsetting to her because like these are her like lifelong friends probably, and just she's not receiving that attention. So it's got to be hard. Like you invested all these time in these people. I wouldn't say just like give up on them. I would definitely express how you feel. Like what the fuck?
But it sounds like she has though. She's like, these are things that I verbalized. Yeah, bring it up again.
Because if they're just gonna brush you off again, then fuck that.
Or it needs to be a deeper conversation. Like what's going on? Why am I not being included?
True. Like I would get the answers because then it would just eat at you if you don't know.
The way to bring it up where it validates your feelings and it's productive, like you can't control how they're going to feel when you bring up something about what they're doing. You know, you can only be in control of yourself, but I still would be honest about your feelings and just know that like they're probably going to be defensive. You can't control how they're going to react, but just know like it's coming from a good place because you want to maintain that friendship. So again, you could bring it up, but I also think that like you could do both things. Bring it up with them while focusing on yourself and exploring new friendships and new relationships.
Good job.
Next question. My boyfriend, 25, and myself, 23, are wanting to get engaged and recently went ring shopping. I'm not the biggest jewelry girl, but I do want a specific ring in mind. Pretty reasonable, nothing too flashy or big. I do make more money than him, and I feel guilty. He's living in an apartment while I have chosen to stay at home to save money during the season of my life. Whenever we go out, he doesn't let me pay except maybe once in a while for ice cream or something small. He's always spoiling me, and I know he's financially sound and doesn't have any debt. I don't want to fixate on the ring because I know a ring and a wedding are insignificant compared to preparing for a lifelong marriage. However, as a girl, I've always dreamed of my wedding and my wedding ring. I've considered offering to help pitch in financially to help pay for the ring, but I feel like he would take it in the wrong way or be offended. I doubt he would even take it if I offered. Any advice on how to bring up the conversation?
I think that's very thoughtful of you, and it seems like she's very genuine, it seems like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't say it to him. I think I would.
Really?
I wouldn't get offended. I'd feel like, damn, I need to step my shit up.
So before we got married, we didn't share accounts. But if I was making more money than you or like just had more in savings and I said to you like, hey, like this is the type of ring I want, like, can I contribute towards it? How would you feel?
Honestly, I mean, I wouldn't take it. I know
Really?
me personally, I'd be like, no, like I'll just work harder to get what you want. Just because, I don't know, that's me. I'm not saying like it's wrong of you. I think that's very nice of you to do that. I just, because when you think, everyone thinks differently. When you think about wedding, like me personally, I'm like, I need to provide this ring, the special thing that you want, that you've always dreamt of and want. And I just like, I don't think that's something that you should contribute to.
Well,
but that is me. That's just me. That's not anyone else.
Right. I mean, I don't think it's tough. Like, I don't think that you can't have the conversation, but I don't think that, and it doesn't sound like that would like stop, you know, that this is like the deal breaker for you. You know what I mean? Like you could, a ring, you could take it or leave it, but maybe it might give you some peace knowing that you can upgrade down the road. Like if it's not necessarily your dream ring.
Yeah, you could buy your second
always
ring.
Upgrade. Yeah, because like I will say when we got engaged, like you got the ring that you can afford and I loved it. Like, and I still love it, but like, would I be lying if I said I wouldn't love to upgrade at some point in our lives? Like, I think that's just natural. You know what I mean? You're in a different place financially. Like there's nothing wrong with that. But I get though that there's of course sentimental value where people are like, you want to keep the ring, you want the
just
one.
add to it.
Add to it. Like
that's what your mom did, right? Your mom added to hers.
Well, it's because my mom lost hers. Yeah,
she lost her ring. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she lost it, and then
I thought she vacuumed it.
She did. She because her rings. She has arthritis, so she took her rings off, and then it fell out of her pocket, and she didn't know where it was, and she must have. She did find the mangled ring with like one of the side diamonds in it, but the big diamond was missing. They like went through the garbage, whatever. So my dad replaced it for their 30th anniversary, but she wore a fake ring for years.
I was with your dad. That when your dad, because your dad and I went to the city for your ring.
Oh, I know, because then he got her.
I know.
Rock.
I get Alex her ring. And then her dad went with me to get the 30th anniversary diamond. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? You're just showing me up right now.
But I will say, though, it sounds like you have your priorities straight. Like, people spend so much energy on the rock, the wedding, and that is not what makes a relationship.
Right.
And that's why I say, like, it really doesn't matter. Like, yes, it might feel important now, but, like, it really is insignificant. Like, I don't know, but I get it. You want something that like you're excited to have on your hand, and so
yeah, like Al, you could say all this now if you want, but this was important to you when we first
exactly. I'm like, we're so far removed
exactly.
Right now.
Anyone who's already married, like I feel like if they're gonna say something different,
no,
they're lying.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like when people are like, "Should we elope?" I'm like, "Of course," but I also had to have the big wedding to say
I
go
just
elope.
feel so hypocritical to.
But no, I just think that you should have a conversation though about what you want and just be like, I totally understand if that's out of budget, like I'm willing to contribute. I don't think that that's a bad thing to say. or like offensive.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing to say or offensive. I just know like how I would take that is like, man, maybe she thinks I can't afford to get her the diamond that she wants. I'm like, shit, what does she want first off? And like, how can I budget for it?
You're going to be a team regardless after you get engaged.
Right.
Like, are your finances going to be...
like I said, everyone's different. I don't want to be a team for that. That's just me.
You don't want to be a team for that?
No, like this is something I need to do. That's how I feel about it. But anyone else, do whatever the fuck you want.
I think you can have a conversation. And any advice on how to bring it up? I think just naturally you say, this is my dream ring. I love this. I get that it's expensive though. So hit me up if you need to. I got you.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem.
Just make it casual. That's how I would say it.
Cash.
Keep it cash. Next question. I, 33-year-old female, have been divorced for 7 years and recently started dating through dating apps. I met this super handsome guy, 31. He was hot, charming, intelligent, and a gentleman. It all seemed too good to be true. The only issue was he traveled a lot for work. Every other week he was out of town, and during the weekends, he also started to disappear and travel to solve family issues. According to him, he needed to help his parents. Long story short, this went on for about 2 months. During this period, I told him several times that I didn't think this was going to work because of the constant travel, and that I even suspected he had somebody else. Every time he denied it and said that his work life usually didn't involve this much traveling and that it was going to slow down soon. He even accused me of making up stories in my head thinking he had somebody else. Then I randomly found out that this guy was in a 7-year relationship with somebody out of town. He has been engaged for about a year and had a baby on the way that was born just days before we last saw each other. He ghosted me for a week before his daughter was born, but finally reappeared and apologized profusely for everything that he did and told me he loved his family and didn't want to lose them. I felt all types of things, from betrayal, anger, to jealousy. This guy played me big time, lied to me and his fiance, and lived a triple life because I do feel he has other people in the places he constantly travels for work. I cursed him out and stopped all contact with him. But recently, I stalked his fiance on social media and saw pictures of him playing the perfect man and the father role. I felt an immense urge to tell his fiance about all the women he cheats with.
Do it.
When he travels for work, but I didn't. The baby was just born at the time, and I really didn't want to cause this woman postpartum depression. Now that a few months have passed, should I tell her? Or do I just let this whole thing go and let him run free, living his falsely perfect life?
I would definitely tell her. Tell her now while the baby won't remember.
I 100% would tell her.
Because he's just going to do it again. So instead of causing a ripple train wreck.
And also,
later,
this is something that like you were involved in. It's not like you're a friend of someone who heard this through the grapevine. Like do you have receipts? Do you have whatever? Message her, let her know, and then she could do with that information as you will. What do you have to lose? It's not like you're going to be losing a friendship. Like these people mean nothing to you at this point. But like girl code, I would want to know.
I think the main thing is she's concerned about the child.
Of course.
So
or the
think
the
about
woman.
this. Think about this. Put this in your head. Scenario. You saying something now is going to be less detrimental to the kid because it's an infant or whatever compared to say this guy cheats on her, finds someone else, whatever, and the kid's an adolescent or a teenager or whatever. Like that is detrimental.
I mean, I don't think that you have to have like this hero mentality of like you're going to save the child. No. He's going to reveal himself regardless. I think for you, I would want to get that off your chest and just be like, let me just ruin this guy's life. Like, he made his bed and he can lie in it.
What I'm saying is to help her make a decision because she's conflicted right now. And I think the main thing she needs to look at, because her main concern is the kid. And you cut me off. I'm just saying, like, if you're worried about the kid, it's gonna do more damage down the road when he ends up cheating on her again, and the kid's older, cognitively can understand stuff versus as an infant. So like,
I don't think she's saying, should I tell him in 10 years? She's saying, do I just fucking like let it go? Who cares? Because who knows? The woman might not ever find out. So
she literally said it in there. She's like, I don't want to say anything.
We're both agreeing that you should tell him.
Yes,
that's
but
it.
We're saying it for different reasons.
Yeah, you're like, oh, tell him in 10 years. Like that's not it.
No, I'm not saying tell him in 10 years. I'm saying say it now.
Her.
Say it now because it's going to be less damage to the kid than in 10 years when the kid's older.
Say it now so that you don't have to deal with this anymore.
Fuck, you're so annoying.
You're so annoying.
What are you not getting?
I think that you're harping so heavily on
No, I'm breaking it down for her. Yeah.
She's more concerned about the mother, being depressed postpartum.
Okay,
The kid could probably give two shits.
I'm waiting for you to be like, fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them
He
kids.
has no clue. But again, what they do with that information, what the mom does with that information is up to her, because she might be like, fuck off, you don't know, blah, blah, blah. But I think that you could at least feel better knowing that you got that information out, you told your truth. Because if I was her, roles reverse, you would want to know. I would hate for that to happen, to move forward with a partner who this whole time was having relationships with other women behind my back and knowing that they were contemplating telling me, oh my gosh, honesty is the best policy. We just can't say it enough.
True. At least your conscience is clean and you're mentally healthy after that.
Don't hold it back anymore. Let her know. End scene.
And
Woo!
scene. We did it. We got through it.
We did it.
What's your ick?
You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your ick?
Let me think of one. I know that your ick is something about my fart, so go ahead. Get it off the table, John.
When we flew to Formula One, I'm sitting there. I'm like, damn.
We were sitting by the toilet, John, so you don't know.
What the fuck is that smell? And I look over at Alex, and she's just watching. So I'm like, did you fart? She goes, oh yeah. And so once again, Alex says she claims stuff. She doesn't claim shit.
You asked.
She waits for
I claimed.
You should have said something.
No.
Because it smelled really bad. And that's what's going back to the question, inconsiderate. We're in this soda can in the air with everyone else breathing the same air, and you fart.
Okay, you can't tell me that you've never let one slip on an airplane before.
No.
Oh my stomach on airplanes, my stomach was killing me.
Go to the toilet and fart in the toilet.
I didn't have to. I knew I didn't have to poop. I just had a fart.
Farting, you can fart wherever you want in the house. But I did own it.
But I did own it.
Okay.
I was like, that's me. I'm not going to lie. And I was like,
protocol for farting is if people have nowhere to go, don't fart. If people could leave, let it go. Because that's bullshit. I'm stuck in my seat fuck, I just got to sit here.
Open a window.
The little air vent is not saving me from the atrociousness coming out of your asshole.
I know you've done it before.
Nope.
Yeah, you have. John, and then it's fine.
And that's my ick. What's yours?
My ick is that I think, again, and I've talked about this on several episodes, what is Kobe doing? But I think that you make situations so much more stressful than they need to be. You just really do. And then it stresses me out and I have to be like, zen, 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 be zen.
Because if I didn't keep us on schedule, we would not get anything done.
You almost had a mental breakdown the other day and I was like, it's okay. What is wrong? What is going on?
Oh, okay. So my one mental breakdown versus your 5.
No, I don't have mental breakdowns. You do. But my, and that's not actually an ick. My ick really is Kobe's hair. It's insane. And I know I've also talked about that on every episode. It's crazy. Look at him. Why are you shedding so much?
Isn't the older a dog gets, the more they shed too?
No, you said that on the last episode too. I just I don't understand. He's just so cute though. My ick is that I don't want him to die.
Well, he's going to.
Wait,
anyways, moving on to reviews.
You just said that the dog who broke the record for the
32.
longest, 32 or
His
31.
name was Bono or Benji or something.
Born in 1992.
Yeah.
We were born the same year.
And they said the key was they fed him natural food.
But raw meats?
I don't fucking know. Natural food. It wasn't kibbles and bits and stuff. All right, review time. Best podcast in couple, Felicia CH. I've binged all the episodes, I think. I listen to you guys every day. You're hilarious, and your banter reminds me so much of my husband and I. Some people don't get it, but it's so nice to hear it normalized with other happy couples. My husband and I also met on Tinder. Your advice is so honest and usually spot on.
Amazing.
Thank you, Felicia.
Thank you. Guys, I hope you all had a fabulous Halloween, and now it's fall. Some of you are probably already decorated for Christmas. So there's that.
Yeah, good luck with Halloween. Subscribe, email, comment, do all the things.
If you want to reach us, you can email us at hello@giveittomestraightpodcast.com. You can click the link in our bio to ask anonymous questions, and you can find us everywhere on the socials at Give It To Me Straight Podcast. And we will see you next week.
Ciao, ciao. Bye.